All right, I'm back. Vector, and there we go. Everything is up and running. What's up, Fallon? We are back. What's up, Kieran? All right. Let's see. Where were we? We were at the mining office, right? That was our last save. It's been a minute, right? It's been like a good almost 2 weeks since I last played. So let's hope I know where the hell I am. But fortunately, Kieran's in the chat. If as long as I'm playing Broken Sword, he'll stay up late and tell me exactly where I have to go, which works for me. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Give me 1 second. Let's stretch this out to full screen because it doesn't bother. I'm sure it will bother some people, but it doesn't bother me. All right, let's go talk to people. Oh, I didn't want to talk. Go away from him. I want to talk to him. I think this. Oh, I forgot. This game's audio is really, really low.
Are you looking forward to the eclipse of the sun?
Hold on, my audio is weird.
Not especially. Are you?
I don't know. I've never seen one.
Oh, there we go. It's kind of like
All
it
I
just.
know about eclipses is that you shouldn't try to view them with the naked eye.
Please. Go away and let me get on with my work.
I did save after it. Yeah, yeah. You're right.
Ever heard of a guy called Karzak?
Can't you see I'm busy? If I don't finish this stock report, the boss will be mad as hell.
All right. Can I like show him this? No, this is just my inventory. You think Israel made a mistake by making DJ Khaled mad? Oh, we were joking about this in a different group chat. Like, who is it? If you're gonna make
Ever
me
hear of a guy
choose
called
between your country and
Karzak?
infected mushroom, I'm choosing infected mushroom.
No, sir.
Did you know there's an eclipse of the sun in a few weeks' time?
Yeah, Joe told me about it. He's having a party and we're all invited. Me and the boys are dressing up as evil monks.
Yeah? Cool.
What's up, Metro? How you doing, bruh? Bruh? Don't worry, I got you on the list too. I gotta stream what is it called? Black Mesa.
Do you know anything about the eclipse?
Yes, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it. I heard it's going to be pretty spectacular.
It's in a few weeks' time, isn't it?
9 days. Thanks.
9 days.
Ever heard of a guy called Karzak?
No.
Well, he kept it brief. I don't remember what I talked to this lady about, so I'm gonna talk to her again. Robotnik is the Metro from Twitter. He sure is. Oh, I can show her my coal. Have you ever posted about coal on Twitter?
You see this? It's my lucky piece of coal.
I
Why
got
so
you on the
lucky
list.
about it?
Yeah, well.
I'm not sure yet.
All right, well, she doesn't want to talk to me about coal.
Hi. Good afternoon and welcome to Consolidated Mining.
These graphics they are
If
so
you are
realistic.
planning
Look how
to
beautiful
stay
this
in
game is.
Guaramonte City, may I recommend the Consolidated Mining Experience. an interactive hands-on tour of one of our deepest mines, with talking tour guides available in 3 different languages. A tour of a mine. Well, this is a mining company. What else did you expect? Do you know where I can find
Darks.
Senor
Well, this
Claudio?
isn't South America.
No, senor. Do you know anything about
I need to
the
get into that
eclipse
cupboard
that's
behind
due
her
soon?
eventually. There's a lot of talking in
Me?
this location.
No,
Outside of this
senor.
building, too. Let's see if I can just do it anyway.
Keep out of there.
Okay, chill, lady.
That's where the explosives are stored.
Yeah, but I want them. Alright, can I leave? Let's get out of here. Go this way, George. Stop looking at your inventory and go this way. Or leave. Talk to everyone here about every conceivable option. How about New Tales from the Borderlands? Now that's an adventure. I own a copy of it. I could stream that. I've never played it. I've heard it's the worst Borderlands game. The worst Borderlands anything. Far left to leave? Okay. Okay, wokester. Relax. Oh yeah, you're right. Let's get out of here. Look at this swag. George's outfit is so cool. I need to dress like him. I'm kind of dressed like him. I'm wearing shorts and a button-down shirt, just not sunglasses. Who can we talk to? Let's talk to this guy. Let's just talk to everyone. New Tales. I've never played it. I don't know anything about it. I know one of the characters is a
Do you
fat
have
lady in a
crabs?
wheelchair, though.
No, only fish.
Nice fish.
Thanks.
If by some remote chance I ever need a fish, I'll be back.
I probably need a fish at some point.
Do you recognize this statue?
Si, senor. It is very, very bad luck. That is Tezcatlipoca, the Night Hunter.
I know, but I don't believe in luck, good or bad.
You may not now, but you will.
You will.
The guy looked scared out of his wits.
Go away.
Alright, I'm going to show that to every Mexican I see. Is this that tourist lady from the last game? Looks like it. Maybe fatter.
George Stobart, well, of all the...
Mrs. Henderson. Boy, this is some coincidence, huh?
When you've been married to a fruitcake like Dwayne as long as I have, you stop believing in coincidence.
I'd met Pearl and Dwayne on the other side of the globe in Syria. He was an Army veteran who suspected he was working for the CIA, but wasn't sure. She was less obvious.
Hey, Quasimodo! Why does the Mexican have a MAGA? That's a Sneed hat, sir. Please, please. He's sneeding all over the place with those fish.
Is Dwayne here with you, Mrs. Henderson?
Why, sure, I couldn't leave him home alone. Since Dwayne came back from the war, we couldn't bear to be apart.
So, where is he now?
We ain't speaking.
Why aren't you speaking to Dwayne?
Because he's an old spoil sport sourpuss. I want to visit one of those old pyramid places, but Dwayne says he has to stay in town.
Right.
Sneedos y
And you
Fidos.
don't wanna
Sneedos
go on your own.
hermanos.
Well, there's no point in going to the pyramid if there's no one around to take my picture.
Is Dwayne still working for the CIA?
If he is, he doesn't know it. He's what they call a snoozer.
Don't you mean a sleeper?
No, this is different. He used to think he worked for them, but the psychotherapy cured him of that. What he doesn't realize is that now he really does work for them. At least that's the way I understood it.
What brings you to Quaramonte, Pearl?
We're gonna be talking to this lady for a while.
Anywhere. The market.
She has a
You
lot
go
of topics of
2,000
conversation.
miles to go shopping?
Shopping is my role in the economy of the great design, George.
Anteriormente Chucks.
What do you make of this stone, Pearl?
A kidney
Oh,
stone.
that's pretty. What's that thing supposed to be, a rabbit?
I believe it's a coyote.
Well, it sure is cute.
I was surprised she didn't ask me where she could buy one. What does this mean?
Look at
Pearl?
every single thing in my
Well,
pocket.
cute little feathers. Why, if you had two of those, they'd sure make nice earrings.
This isn't intended for frivolous personal adornment, Pearl. It's a dart, tipped with a fast-acting, muscle-numbing poison.
Pardon me, I stand corrected.
Well, thank God it hasn't
honey.
poked me through the pocket yet.
Sometimes I got the feeling that communication with Pearl was like sending signals out into space. Maybe, if you waited long enough, you'd get an intelligent answer back, but it was a long shot. What do you make of this statue, Pearl?
Hoo-wee, that's a spitting image of Dwayne's brother Sheridan. A little less body hair, maybe, but it's him all right.
Look at this, Pearl. A tequila worm.
Don't you bring that thing anywhere near me, honey. I swear I'll scream like a hog on a hot plate.
Take a look at this news cutting, Pearl.
You'll have to read it to me, George. I left my specs in a gay bar in Santa Barbara.
Well, it's about an eclipse of the sun, which is due to occur in a few weeks' time.
You'd think the government would warn us about these kind of things.
It's not dangerous or anything. Apparently, the best place to view the eclipse is right here in Quaramonte.
Oh, my.
She didn't appear to be the slightest bit interested.
She takes time to respond because gravity makes him time longer. Well, the real answer is because this is off of a PS1 disc, so the game has to physically think about what the next thing it's got to say is. Why do I gotta drag Nico with me everywhere?
I have done just as I have been instructed, Professor. With the mine closed down, there'll be no one around to observe your excavations. Ah, I have visitors.
Just remember what I told you, General. There's really no need to make a martyr out of that man.
Look who it is. Who is it?
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Senor. Welcome to Quaramonte.
Thanks. My name's George Stobart from California.
But what is this? An angel come down to earth.
Nicole Collard. Enchanté, mon général.
Pardon me, senorita, but I couldn't help
Typical
myself.
swarthoid response to a woman.
Look, we'd like to ask you a few questions.
You've come to the right place, senor. Tourist information. General Graciento, at your service.
It was the professor who you were supposed to be meeting at the start. Oh, okay. Ask him every single thing that we possibly can.
This is the tourist office? It says police on the sign outside.
It is both, senor. I am
Yeah,
a
Joe,
man
the first game
of
takes
many
place in
parts.
France. In fact, the first, like, hour of this game was in
I can
France.
see that, General.
Have you heard of a guy called Karzak?
No?
You missed when
No,
this
I
was the
never heard
average
of
guy
him.
from California, now it's not whatever the fuck it is now. Yeah, George really makes Californians look good. He's very funny, and cool and likable, which
Are
is
there
like
any
the
ruins
antithesis
around
of someone from California.
Of course, senor. Quaramonte has everything.
I have a friend who wants to visit an historical site. But
Woke
I'm
George would
not
have blue hair and a
Please,
pierced
to conduct
nose.
a guided tour. When he's dealt with today's paperwork, of course.
His name would be Georgina.
Who was the guy you were talking to when we arrived?
Professor Ubier, a visitor, senor, like yourselves.
Did you say Ubier?
Si, senor. Professor
Don't forget White,
Ubier,
yep.
a French archaeologist.
What's Ubier doing in Quaramonte?
Researching our rich and glorious past, senor. The professor is planning an expedition to some Mayan ruins. He came to see me to get an excavation permit.
Now I must show him all the things in my pocket.
Would you like a biscuit?
Are you trying to bribe me?
Well, every man has his price.
Mine is more than a dog cookie, Senor Stobart.
Have you ever seen
Nico's knockers, ooh la la. Yeah, they got her in the
That's
tank
a
top.
native carving, isn't it? Where did you get it?
Now I see the vision.
We picked it up in the market.
Is that a yellow polo shirt? I think it's a button down, actually.
What do you think of these panties, General?
Oh boy, fabuloso!
They're yours if you'll tell me all you know about Karzak.
I told you, I never heard of the guy. Do I get the panties now? I told you all I know.
You told me nothing. Take a look at this label.
Si, senor. Condor Transglobal.
Can you tell me where to find their offices?
No, senor. I never heard of them, and neither did Ronaldo.
Well, I'm talking to
The
Ronaldo
lady at
anyway.
the mining company told us a ship belonging to Condor was here recently.
Conchita Garcia is crazy. If there had been a ship, do you think I wouldn't have noticed?
You can still talk to him about it.
Are you sure you never heard of Condor?
Oh, yes.
The company is registered here in Quaramonte City.
You are mistaken, senorita.
Condor is run by Karzak, isn't it?
Wrong again, senor. Karzak has nothing to do with anything called Condor. Whoever he is.
Gotcha, bitch.
Do you keep a record of companies registered in Quaramonte?
Of course, senorita. Unfortunately, all the records were destroyed by a flash flood.
Look at this
Do you know
newspaper
anything
clipping.
about the forthcoming eclipse, General?
Such things do not interest me, senor.
He's rocking that Tintin cosplay. I dress like that.
I'll be back.
Alright, let's go talk to this guy. Let's ask this guy about everything in my pocket now.
Hi, I'm George Stobart. Hello, senor. How can I help you?
Oh, he doesn't have that much to ask about. Good, good. This won't take too long.
Are there any ancient pyramids near Quaramonte? Si, senor. But it's not very impressive. It's in ruins.
That's perfect. Would you be willing to give a guided
Closeted
tour of
Belgian.
I can't. The General would have a fit if I left all this paperwork.
Would you like a gourmet dog snack biscuit?
I would love one, senor. But I would have a problem with my teeth.
Toothache?
No, senor. If the General catches me eating on duty, he'll knock them out.
Do
Do you recognize this statue?
Tezcatlipoca, the Night Wind. Take it away, senor. That stone is cursed.
You know anything about this eclipse?
No, senor. El General keeps me in the dark about most things.
Get it? In the dark?
So long.
Alright, let's see if there's anything we can poke around with in here. Touch that bowl. Is that telling me to go somewhere, or can I pick that up? Shit, I think I accidentally chose to leave the building. No! I need to go in there! Alright, I guess we gotta go back in. Oops.
Why did you show him the stone?
I thought maybe he might know something about it.
Well, he does now, for sure. He knows we have it.
Oh, I can talk to... I have to talk to her about stuff now? Okay.
You came on a little strong with the General.
I was merely flattering his ego, Georges. Every man has his Achilles heel.
Maybe, but that guy's weakness isn't in his foot. That man we saw talking to the General was Oubier. Didn't you recognize him?
I never met him, remember? The guy I called in Paris claimed to be Oubier.
I'm cracking open a seltzer.
But he
Sorry
told
for the
me not to
noise.
like the man in the police station. Maybe the professor really is innocent.
Nah, it's too much of a coincidence that he's here in Claramonte.
Go to the far right? Okay. This way, George.
Professor Oubier?
Yes? Who are you?
My name is Stobart. George Stobart.
I thought that face was
Oh, there's
familiar.
Dwayne.
Remember me, George? Dwayne Henderson.
Hi, Dwayne. Just a moment. I have a few questions to ask the professor here.
It's gonna ask him everything.
Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Yes, I know him. In fact, if it wasn't for Kazakh, I wouldn't be here.
What?
He's financing my expedition.
Did you
Tell me
kill
about
your wife?
Professor?
Please, I don't want to talk about her.
Wasn't she in a porno?
Maybe you don't, but I do. Why was she known as the Little Dachshund?
It was just a silly pet name I used to call her. Somehow some damned reporter found out.
What do you know about my girlfriend's abduction?
I don't know what you're talking about.
She was invited to your mansion in Paris.
Not by me, she wasn't. I haven't been home for nearly 7 months.
Have you ever employed a Central American butler or servant?
I've never employed any kind of servant, monsieur.
Want a dog treat?
Would you like a biscuit?
No, thank you.
You should, they're good. I can't get enough of these things.
What the fuck? Mentioned before, you meet Dwayne in Broken Sword 4, and they talk about meeting for the first time here, but they actually first met in... Have you angrily ranted on Twitter to the dev team about how they fucked up the continuity? That would probably help.
Can you tell me anything about this stone?
Where did you get that?
That's my business.
How much do you want for it?
It's not for sale. Can you identify this statue, Professor?
Oh yes. Tezcatlipoca, the Lord of Darkness.
A Central American god, right?
A supreme deity. Tezcatlipoca means, literally, smoking mirror.
The smoking mirror!
There.
That's the name of the
See the mirror
game!
shield in his left hand? The Mayans believed he could look into the mirror and see into the hearts of men. He was the wind which came howling in the night in search of victims.
You just keep hassling them for the
And victims
GBA
they
port.
gave
It's
him.
never gonna happen, buddy. Give it up.
Human sacrifices?
How many copies of Broken Sword 2 do you need?
Women, children, animals, anything that bled. The steps of his temple ran red with the blood of sacrifices. The Mayans have a legend that says he'll return one day. I hope I'm not around to see it.
Do you see this label?
Yes, it refers to a company named Condor. What of it?
I traced that company here to Quaramonte.
It will
Do
happen.
you know
We'll
where I
see
can
about
find
that,
the
bud.
offices of Condor Transglobal?
The company no longer exists. They went bankrupt recently.
I have proof that you are directly involved with Condor.
I used them as shippers to transport artifacts to a gallery in Paris. Beyond that, I have no connection with the company, which, as I said, no longer exists.
Do you know anything about this eclipse, Professor?
Of course. It's not the reason I'm here in Quaramonte, but I'm looking forward to seeing it all the same.
What's your interest in the eclipse, Professor?
Oh, it's purely a layman's curiosity. History's my subject, not astronomy. But I've been fascinated by the movements of the heavenly bodies since I was a child. I wouldn't miss a total eclipse for the world.
Does the eclipse have some special significance for you?
For me, no. For the ancient Mayans, it marked the end of the Fifth Age.
Perhaps we should be celebrating.
Ah, no. The end of each age.
And ominous music and the wind is blowing.
Global scale. The fifth is the final age, ending in the total destruction of the Earth.
I have your receipt.
Take a look at this, Professor. What have you got to say about that?
Where did you get this?
Heavenly Bodies, dude, she's
Never mind
named
that.
Bryce Dallas
How do
Howard.
you
So
explain
true.
these withdrawals?
Broken Sword with
That's my
Bryce Dallas
financial
Howard as
affairs in the
Nico.
hands of my secretary.
Including the withdrawal of funds in cash from your
I mean, that's
personal
basically
account?
Argyle.
I trust Gwyneth implicitly.
And why Marseille? Why the very place my girlfriend was taken?
That's obvious, Stobart. We are both the victims of the same devious plot.
What plot?
I have no idea.
Olivia Hussey. Oh yeah, you and your Romeo and Juliet, right? Alright, let's talk to Dwayne. Karen wasn't lying. There's an insane amount of talking in this part.
Are you still working for... you know who?
Who's that, George? You know I'm retired.
Does he have the same voice actor?
Oh,
He sounds different.
Forget it. I confused you with somebody else.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Do you think the General was involved with Condor?
Hell no. And if he's a general, I'm a Buddhist.
Buddhist.
No, that fella's just a mouthpiece for the real power in Quaramonte.
So the General is nothing but a puppet?
He's like Pinocchio before he met the Blue Rinse Fairy. Strictly strings and wood.
Who's pulling the strings?
His mother, better known as La Presidenta, the dictator.
Heavenly
The name
Bodies is a
Karzak mean
Nikocado
anything to you?
avocado. You lost all the weight, buddy.
Sounds like a comic book villain to me, son.
Sounds like a
This
bad
is the
John
man
Wayne
behind
impression.
Condor.
Walk further
You
right.
know
There's
that,
another guy to
the
talk to.
kidnapping
As far as I remember, he opens new dialogue with.
Oh,
Oh,
the
good.
first
So I have to
time
go back
I
and talk to
met
everyone
you,
again.
I was deeply impressed with your naive simplicity. I said to Pearl, if we ever had kids,
Yeah, I was gonna head right anyway because
I
there's
would've
something like
wanted
shaking
a
off
boy
screen. I can
like
see it.
George. But I underestimated you, son.
I spoke to Pearl earlier.
Yeah? Did she mention that we had a kind of falling out?
Yes, she did.
She'll get over
You
it.
unlock the driving minigame, I'm sure.
Did you drive all the way down here?
Hell no. Pearl did the driving while I followed the maps. The way she handled the wheel, you'd think she'd been trucking half her life.
What's in the truck, Dwayne?
Oh, just camping equipment. Sleeping bags and tents. Me and Pearl always hankered after a taste of the great outdoors.
Aren't you worried about camping out in the tropical jungle?
We had a trial run in West Virginia. This'll be a breeze.
Should do the Walking Dead game sometime. Just get Kenny to kill that one chick. I'm contemplating moving my PS5 into the office so I can stream it. Because I do have it on there. And it's like, my fiance is not using it at all. So, it's very tempting. I just don't have the room for it because that
Would you
thing
like
is
a biscuit,
massive.
Dwayne?
Oh no, those gourmet dog snacks bring me out in a rash.
You've tried them?
They were on special offer. Pearl bought a whole crate. When I asked her if she was thinking of keeping a dog too, she just laughed.
Would you like to borrow my lucky piece of coal, Dwayne?
What's so lucky about
I got
it?
no, I got my PS5. I literally got it for free. I wouldn't even own one if I wasn't
You've been here
given
a few
one.
days, you won't look on that as luck.
Do you know anything about a shipping company called Condor Transglobal?
I never heard of it, son.
What do you think of these panties, Dwayne?
Lord, hot stuff, George. You buy those for your girl?
No, a guy we know in Paris bought them for her.
Oh, you're a threesome then. Why are you looking at me like that, George?
Forget it.
I only got a PS5 because my launch model PS4 is crapping out. So I said, fuck it and upgrade it. My PS4 Pro, which was only like a couple years old, was crapping out on me. What a piece of shit. Come on, George. A little further. We go talk to this homeless guy.
Hi, I'm George Stobart.
Look at my panties.
What do you think of these panties?
Awesome. You wear them?
No, someone sent them to my girlfriend.
Thoughtful.
Have you heard about the eclipse of the sun?
Sure, I'm having a party to celebrate it. Drop by.
Really?
Sure. Plenty of food, plenty of wine, and everyone's invited, except the general.
Do you recognize the design on this label?
Why, sure. That's the Condor Transglobal Shipping Company logo.
Do they have an office in Quaramonte?
No, but they ship out from here.
Well, there you go.
That's
The
what I
place
thought.
is still in business.
Why don't you want the general at your party?
Because if he comes, he'll bring those damned music albums from the 70s.
Your PS4 lasted 10 years? Lucky. Mine lasted like 4 or 5. I'm playing this on a PS3 that I've had since 2011 and it still works just
Good
fine.
move. I used to carve things like that to sell to tourists. But it scared people around here, so I stopped.
Can you tell me anything about this stone?
That's obsidian. It's a volcanic rock which has cooled so fast that...
Yeah, look, I'm not interested in geology.
You're not. I suppose you want to know about the carved picture on it.
That's right.
Then the guy you should talk to is the professor. He's over there, talking to the bozo in the truck.
Not the bozo. The only thing that was going wrong with his power button was kind of acting weird, and I kept getting freezes. See, mine wasn't having that issue. It was just like the fan was getting super loud. And it was when you're playing games that were not like resource intensive. Like I played Jak 2 for a bit, and it sounded like a jet engine. Like why is this acceptable for hardware? Right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a quick save. I forget the button to save though. Forget the button to bring up the menu in general. Let's see. There we go. Want to save. I overwrite my file. I can't overwrite the file for some reason. I have to delete a file. PS4 notoriously had a jet engine in that bitch. Yeah, and it's weird that like I don't know that we just like that people act like that's normal. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Pretty shitty, honestly. That's why like I wouldn't have bought a PS5. If I literally wasn't handed one, I wouldn't own one. I would have just pivoted over to Xbox, like full stop, or even just PC.
I had nothing else to ask him just then.
He literally told me to talk to this guy. All right, whatever. We'll go talk to someone else, I guess. We have a lot of people to talk to. This entire stream is going to be walking around and talking to people. Talk to those people, George.
Hey, cheer up, guys. What's with the long faces?
Our pipe player has been arrested and thrown in jail.
Poor Miguel. He never broke the law in his life.
Why was Miguel put in jail?
For playing folk music.
What?
It's true, senor. He insisted on playing traditional Cuaramonte music, even though it's illegal.
Why don't you try playing a tune to cheer yourselves up?
No, we should be looking for real jobs.
We could earn 10 times as much down the mines. My cousin Ramirez...
These are the skilled
earned
laborers
8
they're always
pesos
talking
an
about.
hour.
Before he lost his legs in the accident.
Tell me about the accident at the mine.
Talking to these guys will progress
There
me?
was
Okay.
an explosion at Teoculcan. 30 miners were buried alive.
They got some of them out, though.
2 of them, including your cousin, and they left half of him behind.
Tell me about the general. You know, the guy in charge around here?
We don't want to talk about him, senor.
How come? No one can hear you. Well, only that old goat.
In Cuaramonte we have a saying. Don't tell your old goat what you don't want your wife to know.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Would either of you guys care for a biscuit?
A dog biscuit, senor?
Are you trying to insult us?
No, really, they're good.
We'll take your word for it.
And the guy... No, yeah, I meant to go back into the police office to see if I could talk to the guy and
Have you any idea
see if we
what
could get
this
any
is?
progress over there.
No, senor.
Talk about the guy over the far right with his missing legs having the party, so remember to speak to him and the lady in the office too.
Have you seen anything like...
I, the hungry chief.
Why are you carrying that thing around with you, senor? Don't you know who it is?
Sure, it's Tezcatlipoca. But it's only a little carving.
It brings death, senor. Death and destruction.
Look at my worm.
What do you make of this little worm? No good. It's dead.
Sure it's dead. You think I'd carry it around in my pocket if it wasn't? Take a look at the design on this label.
I have seen that before.
Where?
There was a ship flying a flag just like that.
When did you see this ship?
3 months ago. It was here, at the docks.
What was the ship with the Condor flag carrying?
I don't know, senor. We were
They're just
allowed near the
flying
docks.
and taking boats with that worm. So he's carrying it around.
We make the ships when they
I mean, if
fly
it was
up.
past post 9/11, I don't think you'd get it
Enslaved
past
tourists.
customs. Like, what's
Well,
this worm
when
doing?
the Condor ship came in, we were told to go away.
Do you guys know anything about a total eclipse?
What is it?
It's like when the sun is hidden by the moon.
I saw your comment, Metro.
My cousin Alfredo swears he saw it happen once. But that was after he stupidly consumed a cocktail of peyote and antibiotics.
All right, let's go talk to the man with no legs. I didn't even realize he was missing his legs. I thought he was just sitting there like a bum. Professor's gone.
Did you see the ship with the Condor flag?
No.
But the dock is just the other side of the square.
Might as well be the other side of the moon. I can't walk. Lost my legs in the explosion at the mine.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Awkward.
What can you tell me about the mining company?
They treated me pretty fair. I received compensation for the accident.
Okay, then. Bye. Thanks for telling me about your missing legs, I guess. Okay, let's see if we could go talk to get some more information out of these policia.
Hey, Nico!
Nothing in TSA regulation that forbids taking a worm as a carry. Just put it in a little baggie. It's not metal, so they don't really care. Let's look around here a little bit. Wondering where my cursor went. All right.
I had nothing else I wanted to ask him.
Oh, well, that's convenient. All right, let's try talking to him again.
I hear there was an accident at the mine a few months ago.
That's correct.
A lot of men killed, weren't there?
Try to take a look at the map on the wall.
30?
Barely 1% of the working population.
Is it true there's a restriction on music in Claramonte?
Yes, there is. An emergency measure introduced by Nuestra Senora.
Folk music is a link with the past for some of these people. Take away their musical roots, and what do they got left?
Easy listening.
You think easy listening could replace a musical heritage hundreds of years old?
Why not? It happened in your country.
Truth nuke.
I'll be back.
You like me some easy listening. What's on the TV?
I decided to leave the television switched on.
Senor. Leave that child alone.
Why? Tell me why.
Do you have a map of Claramonte?
A map? I'm sorry, senor, but I don't.
What about the one on the wall?
Ah, that is an archaeological survey map, senor. Not suitable for tourists.
I'll be back.
I wasn't going to try investigating the passage while the general was sat there.
Need to distract him. On his desk.
I had no need for junk mail, especially someone else's.
Try to look at the prick's face when he saw a gat. Let me play with your computer a bit.
It was a computer monitor with some kind of outdated game displayed on it. I didn't have time to get sidetracked by playing computer games.
Wink, wink. Get it? Jak 3 makes that same joke. What can I click on in here? What is he looking at? What can I interact
The
with
filing
over here?
cabinet was probably locked.
Alright, so I gotta find a way to distract the general. If you let me in there, I'll give you these panties. What do you think? What do you think of that?
He would have no interest.
That's a lie. He was very interested in those.
I'll be back.
Alright, let's leave. I am to YouTube the same way Soulja Boy is to Newgrounds. I don't know what that means because I've stopped keeping up with Soulja Boy. Alright, let's go talk to the office lady again. In. I want to go up here. Alright, Mamacita, tell me all you know. Nico didn't even follow me in this time.
Can you tell me about the accident at the mine?
Accident? It was sabotage. Somebody wanted my mine closed down for good.
Do you have any evidence that the mine was sabotaged?
Not yet, but I'll get to the bottom of it. There'd been trouble at that mine for several months. The workforce was getting smaller every day. Someone had started a
Try and speak to
rumor
Nico
among the men
too.
that the
Essentially,
mine
you
was
need to
cursed.
read the thing on the wall.
Now the entire
Nico will get rid of the
operation has been
general.
closed
Oh,
down.
okay. What's this game? Shattered Saber?
Where's the site of the mine?
Cracked Katana.
Several days upriver at a remote area known as Teoculcan.
Do you know Professor Ubier?
Yes, I understand he is about to embark on an archaeological expedition. He hired some equipment from me earlier today.
I overheard him talking to the general. I think they're working together.
What? If I'd known that, I wouldn't have hired out the equipment. Now, why would the general be interested in an archaeologist?
Alright, let's go talk to the general again. Off we go. Someone needs to do like a Mugen moveset for George. That would be a good fighting game. I'm sure there's enough sprites of him between the 5 games. Look at this guy's like sweaty man tits over here. This guy right here. Alright, in we go now.
Hey, Nico!
I will talk to Nico and I'll tell her to sexually harass the general. Fighting him just point and click characters would be funny as hell. Yeah, you get George, you get the Monkey Island guy, you get Grim Fandango. Sam and Max will be in there, you know? Right, can you distract the general for me? No, I can't ask her to do that yet. Call it done talking. Alright, let's get out of here, Nico. You're not gonna help me. I've got a bunch of Mexicans to talk to anyway. Guybrush Threepwood versus Indiana Jones. You got Lee from The Walking Dead versus the guy from A Wolf Among Us. Let's go. I didn't talk to anyone over on this side of the map, so I guess I'll go talk to them now. God, there's so many people. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
Hi there. What have you got for sale?
¿Qué?
I said,
God.
what have you got? Oh, never mind.
Talk to Abuelita over here.
Hi. Lovely bread.
¿Qué?
Bread. Pain?
Sí, pan.
Maybe I'll come back later when I'm hungry.
The more you think about it, the more it sounds like fun. I mean, you could pretty easily make it work. These characters have a lot of animations that you could use for the basis of moves. Talk to Pearl and Dwayne again? Alright. I was gonna do that eventually, okay?
Hi.
Talking to
Wanna
man
buy
boobs.
something? No, not really. I got cabbages. Buy a cabbage, senor. I don't think so. I didn't come all this way to buy vegetables.
Yeah, but what if I got hungry? That old lady just spit on her bread. I just saw that. George, go this way. Done talking to this guy. Oh, I'm still in a conversation with him. Let's leave.
See ya.
I can show him the statue, but he's gonna be like, "Oh, si, senor, it is cursed." Don't feel like hearing that again. Full Throttle dude has big motorbike. It'd go hard. Anyone from the Neverhood or Armacrog would be good. Get Clayman in there.
Have you met the guy who calls himself the General?
No, I haven't. Is
He
he
offered
the
me a
real
really good rate
general?
on insurance.
I guess so. He wears a lot of medals on his chest. The wrong side of his chest. At least for any army I'd ever seen. I hear you drove all the way to Cuaramonte.
There should just be like a
In a
Double
truck.
Fine Super Smash Brothers.
That's right. You would not believe the state of some of those roads. Makes me downright sad to think there's still some places you can't reach in an automobile. In this day and age, you'd think there'd be decent highways just about anywhere folk choose to go.
This is where you go if you make Trump angry? No, this place is too nice. Leave.
Catch you later, Pearl.
Let's go talk to Dwayne again. We're doing a lot of walking in circles here. The entire stream is going to take place on this one, like, sidewalk.
Did you know that traditional music is illegal in Caramonte?
Is that so? Seems reasonable to me.
Based.
No, really. The leader of the band in the square has been imprisoned just because of the music he played.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but that fella, Miguel, he's an agitator.
What's the real reason the musician was imprisoned?
Handed out subversive literature at the mines. That so-called general was waiting for Miguel when he got back into town. Marched him off to jail at gunpoint on a charge of inciting a riot.
Maybe I'm wrong, but you seem kind of evasive when I asked you about what you had in that truck before.
Damn right I was being evasive. I couldn't talk in front of the foreign nationals, see? George, I'm on a top-secret classified mission for Uncle Sam. This truck is a rolling bomb. 400 pounds of nitrate fertilizer with a plastique initiator. They'll hear the bang in China. Gee, I'm really looking forward to this.
I drove to a third world country just to explode things.
Is Miguel the reason you're here?
So true.
Pretty smart, George. I was supposed to make contact with him. By the time I found him, though, he was in jail. I've been trying to figure out a way to get him out since then.
Sounds good to me. Count me in.
Good man, George. All I need is a detonator.
How come you brought a truckload of explosives but no detonator?
Call me old-fashioned, but I say packing trunks is woman's work.
Based
I left
Dwayne
the
strikes
package to
again.
Pearl, and I can't find a darn thing. Just hope she remembered to bring my denture polish. I'd sure hate to arrive back in the States with tar on my teeth.
Have you really never heard of Condor?
Of course I have, son.
The detonator is in the
Matter of
office?
fact, it
All
was
right.
old Dwayne's investigation scared him off.
Did you find any evidence of Condor's drug smuggling operations?
Drugs? Hell no! Condor was a cover for the illegal export of Mayan artifacts.
So who was behind Condor's
Dude, Dwayne gets cooler and cooler every sentence. He's
was
much less of a
registered
weirdo
in the
in this
name
one than he was in the
of
first
Edan.
game.
Did you get the guy?
I don't think he ever existed. Edan backwards spells nady, Spanish for nobody.
Alright. Well, we spent a good amount of time walking around talking to people, and we have to go get Miguel out of jail, so I'm gonna have to go into the office and go into the police station again. So we'll do that, but we're probably gonna do that next time. I'm pretty not busy for the next couple of days, so I might do some more streams over for the rest of the week. So, we'll see. So, for now, guys, thanks for chilling. We will catch up on more Broken Sword, and hope you all have a good night.